The Clashing Conferences Podcast. Let's go.
So scared. Oh, I'm just kidding. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Clashing Conferences Podcast Baseball Edition. I'm your host, Matt. We have a special guest today. Matter of fact, I know this guy. That's what makes him so special. I've known him for a long time. He's a Boston guy. He's a Red Sox guy. He's going to give these guys a little bit of energy that I think they deserve tonight. So without any further ado, I give you Max.
Gentlemen, thank you for having
Max.
me.
Good to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Yes,
At
sir.
least up to this point, it's good to have you.
Yeah,
See how the
yeah.
rest of the show goes.
Hey, good win for the Sox today, so a good way to come on the show, you know?
Oh, man. Here we go.
Max, I don't know.
And that's what Devers going 0 for 4, so hey, good win.
Golly.
Max, I don't know. I'm assuming you're a fan of the show since you're here now. So if you've been watching, then you clearly know that if you're a betting man, you would be a millionaire if you were betting against these guys' 3 teams for the last 6 weeks.
Trust me, that's why I'm not a millionaire, because I've been riding with them. So.
But you do need the magic touch, and his name is Clementone, a.k.a. Tony P. Max, I know you know Tony P.
Yes, Tony's a character. We love Tony P.
Give me a good Tony story real quick.
A good Tony story. Don't put me on the spot. Let me think of something good so I come up with a good one.
Come on,
Tony
must not be
love.
that good.
He needs this love so he can get his internet up and running, and then he can be.
How about taking Pedro's girlfriend? Is that a good one?
Oh Lord, we might have to edit this already.
I'll just leave it at that. Okay, that's my good Tony P story.
Oh man,
poor Pedro.
Hey, yikes! Yeah,
vote for Pedro.
Still love Pedro. All right, boys. Well, let's go over the standings real quick. Movement like we've never seen before in the Clash of Conferences Baseball Podcast. So, with that said, let's go to the standings. With 3, we have all 3 of you tied with 3 points. Congratulations, boys. Huh? Now, whose 3 is better than the other 3? How does that work?
Already determined. Yeah, I think we're good.
So, what's the pecking order?
Pecking order will be Paul since his Braves beat the Phillies last night, which I'll give him that.
Honestly,
and then
go ahead, Lewis.
And then we got Mr. Grimace over here who won today.
I was going to say,
and then I'm in last place because we haven't played yet.
I would agree, but I would agree because 2 of the last 3 for the Mets have been against the Orioles, and they were walk-off wins, which is pretty impressive.
Walk-off home runs.
Yeah. Anytime you have I think any walk-off home run is always impressive. I always think that's a spectacle. So I kind of put that up there a bit.
And we're going to say, I know Mike saw this today. Francisco Lindor hit another home run. And what is he? He's apparently, second place or something like that? For home runs?
Place.
Okay.
Oh, no way. Really? I wouldn't have guessed that.
Behind Shohei? Behind Shohei, you mean?
Yeah. No. What you call it? By a shortstop. They said something.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, he has 25 home runs or something like that already. So
he's having a heck of a year. He's having a heck of a year.
Hopefully they give him his money.
Actually, he started having an awful year. He's batting below 200 the first 6 weeks, 8 weeks of the year. Then they moved him up to leadoff spot, and he's been crushing it since.
Okay. Yeah, he's looking good.
I'll give the breakdown real quick. I usually give that in the beginning. So Lewis had a point. He had 17 hits as a team. Michael,
that's pretty solid.
That is pretty solid. Michael had the point for home runs by an individual player with Vientos having 2. And then all 3 of you boys ended up in a 3-way tie for steals, which means you all got a point. And so we all ended up at 3. Any arguments? Questions? Comments?
Finally feel like I'm being treated fairly for once. I appreciate it.
Hey, Paul. Did you, are the Braves calling you yet?
No.
They're looking for players, man.
That's what I heard.
No, I was I was hoping I could come in hot a little bit, not really hot, more like cold hot chocolate kind of, like lukewarm kind of thing, a bit. But no, we lost another player for 60 days again.
A good one.
Yeah, I mean, lost a pretty solid third baseman and signed somebody from the Tigers who, of course, there's a million players in baseball, so I've never heard of him, but he didn't seem terrible. Gio Bichella or something like that. I mean, his average is like 250 and decent amount of RBI. I mean, he seemed serviceable. So, but it sucks. I mean, I hate the injury. Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, any baseball injury, I don't really feel too bad for the player because I still understand how you get hurt. But somebody hits you right in the hand, in the wrist, while you're holding a bat with a baseball going 100 miles an hour. That one, I can understand. Those bones are not big in the hand and wrist and all that. So
not at all.
A ball getting smacked off that, I wouldn't wish that on just about any bikes.
Oh.
I'm gonna pivot a little bit for the conversation because I was testing Paul's manners and clearly he doesn't know how to treat guests. So I was thinking we might let Max talk a little bit about his team before we jump into the Atlanta Braves and their recent signing of Hobo Joe from Idaho.
I was going to, and then I decided I really don't care because I already don't completely like Max totally.
Already. Oh,
he knows
man.
why.
Dude,
before
listen,
the cameras came on.
You're just part of the club, Max.
You're
hey, that's no, I like it.
Listen, as soon as he waved that flag, that's when he became an enemy. That was right. Come on now.
All right. We'll talk about that later. We'll keep it baseball for now.
There'd be something wrong if Paul did like you.
So hey, the Braves though, man, all they have to do is get going. They'll catch Philly. They'll catch Philly, in my opinion, for sure.
Peter.
Okay. So your stock just rose quite a bit.
Exactly. He's trying to get on your good side. Don't come on now.
Well, he saw what you did to Mike last week because you didn't get a good day's sleep.
Yes, sir. Hey, listen. I lay down, it was one of those where you laid on the side of the bed. Well, you sit on the side of the bed and it's just like, let me just lay down real quick. And next thing you know, it was 6:45 and I was a little cranky, a little groggy. So that's what happened.
I wonder, I don't know. Michael, how you doing? How's the Mets?
We got 3 wins this week. Same amount of wins as the Braves and the Phillies got this week.
Negative. Phillies got 4.
Okay.
Phillies got 4. We
Yes,
beat the Marlins. We beat the Marlins, and we got 3 out of 4 from the Nationals. So respect on my name. All right? Put some respect on my name.
I'm sorry, did you say you were playing the Marlins and the Nationals?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Come on now.
Hey, listen. I know, but still, can I get some glory here?
You can. You got to beat.
Can we get some confetti going on?
Gets put in front of you.
The only glory you can have is from the hole in the wall. That's the only glory you're going to get from this today.
Oh, hey.
Negative, Ghost Rider. We're good.
Hey, just going to leave it alone.
Well, I think that the one interesting thing that your divisions both have is the parallels of the team in first place is like 7 to 10 games ahead, and then you've got kind of everybody else neck and neck in a sense. So, I mean, at least in the AL East, you got the Orioles and the Yankees right there neck and neck. Sox 7 games-ish, right? What are they at right now, Max?
Yeah, that sounds about right. I think with their win today, that might put them at like 6.5. But
yep. And then with you guys, kind of the same thing. Philly running out in front, Braves and Mets running next. So what do you guys say? I mean, again, is there gonna? You don't seem concerned, Lewis. So, I guess I'm going off of your vibe.
I'm not. Listen, I'm not concerned at all. Not concerned at all. I'm good.
As long as you guys don't have to play the Diamondbacks, you're all right, right?
Oh wow, because they beat us last year. They're our worst freaking nightmare. Come on now.
I mean, the set you just had with them right before the Marlins series was.
Hey, why don't we talk about your team? Stop throwing everybody else that's beating the Phillies. And come on, man. Come on.
What do you have to say about the Red Sox, Lewis? By all means.
Yeah, I mean, we're on a 3-game winning. Actually, no, we lost game 1, but
here, look,
2 out of 3 from the Astros.
This is their best friend right here. This is their best friend. Yeah, see,
you're in the
what
bubble,
I'm talking about.
What is it? What is it, Tinkerbell? I can't see it. Is that a plate? Is that a goldfish?
No, it's an iWatch. Yeah, thank you, iWatch. The iWatch. Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, you know what I'm talking about too.
Well, you should probably talk to your team then, because I don't know if you heard this, but byproduct of buying that product is that you may win a World Series. I see that flag says 2008, which looks a little dusty.
It is a little old. I need a new one.
Gotta get the watch, man. You gotta know what time it is.
Oh, I know what time it is. I don't know about the Phillies yet.
They don't.
They don't know. I'm gonna have to send them one in the mail. I'm gonna have to write Rob Thompson, send them one as a little early Christmas gift.
Max, do you think the Sox are going to catch up or not? Because I don't know if you know this, but these guys all have a secret crush on the Baltimore Orioles. They are all in love with that team. So you got the Orioles and Yankees duking it out, and we're chasing both of them. So I mean, I know we're a little outside the wild card. What do you think?
I think they could catch them. I mean, we saw what Baltimore did when they made it to the playoffs last year. I think they're a one-trick pony. And New York, I don't know. Their pitching staff is, all over the place. So they're easy to get to, but the Sox have to catch fire. They have to stay hot, and hopefully they can get Raffy going. And they get Raffy going, and they keep playing like this. Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Baltimore has some pitching problems building up too.
Exactly.
The offense has not been the problem in probably a year and a half at least. But I mean, obviously, late game pitching has been an issue too. I think they got a little bit of the case of what the Mets had at middle of the year or start to the earlier of the year.
Now, even that loss with the Yankees last night. I mean, going into extras and then giving up 6 in the 11th. That's got to be grueling.
You guys all, like I said, like the Orioles, but the Yankees are right there. What are your guys' thoughts on that? Do they scare you? Obviously, they're in the AL, so they're not your problem unless you make it to the World Series against them. But
I mean, they don't scare me, but they'll be better than the Sox in the playoffs.
It's live and die by the long ball with them,
Shots
though, right?
fired.
Like they live and die by the long ball with the Yankees. Oh, I don't know. If they can't play small ball, they're not going to be the team to beat in the playoffs. You need to be able to bunt the guy over.
I didn't say they were going to be the team to beat, but they will beat the Sox.
They're not beating us now.
Hey, it's a different team when playoff time comes around.
That's true.
Yeah, no, you're right about that.
Hey, listen, I'll rather have you guys be in the playoffs, but hey, they get hot, they get hot.
Yankees could be a very different team once they're fully healthy too.
Exactly.
Which we haven't seen in a long time. I mean, they were a two-man show for 3 months by themselves. I mean, Soto and Judge out there just killing it every night after night. Nobody, absolutely nobody on that team helping them out.
Yeah, keeping them afloat.
You got Stanton back there now. You got Chisholm on the team. I don't know how long he's out for. He's hurt right now, but once they get healthy, they're going to be tough.
Oh,
great.
And they got decent pitchers, so so they get hot. They will stay hot.
Who scares you guys? Let's say any one of your teams is in first. Obviously, the Phillies are, but any of your teams are in first right now. What teams scare you in the NL?
If I can go first, I would say, like Max said earlier, the Diamondbacks. Because it seems like they're a bunch of young guys and they feed off each other. And once they get a lead, they just keep going and build on that lead. Small ball goes a long way.
Yeah. Yeah, they're fantastic, man. I mean, they're already actually, no, they're down 2-1 right now, but they're a heck of a baseball team, top to bottom, pitching staff, everything, and their coaching, really, really helps them out. They have something good cooking over there for sure.
I think the whole NL West is cooking. We got 3 teams over 70 wins already. I mean, I really wouldn't. I don't feel and I've seen some of our series is already this year against the Padres and the Diamondbacks and of course the Dodgers. I'm not convinced that I don't remember us winning any of those series this year. But I mean,
we swept the Dodgers.
I mean, any of those 3 teams can be a problem for sure.
The Padres have been hot lately, especially.
And the Diamondbacks, I don't even think they're as good as they were last year. You have people like Corbin Carroll who hasn't done anything. bought my son a damn Corbin Carroll jersey, and he hadn't put it on this year because he's like batting like 200.
He said, "Put that in the back of the closet."
It's ridiculous.
Michael?
I agree with Paul. I was going to say the Padres, and I agree with him that all three of them teams out west have been pretty hot lately and killing it this season.
So did the Padres right that ship? Because I know last year they just kept importing superstars and then it just kind of imploded. So
I think it's weird that it happened after they lost Soto. It seems weird to me because in baseball, I think baseball is the least team sport of all. So having an individual contributor as a hitter and an outfield, I would think, how could that impact you negatively? How could you get better with the same team? I know they did make a couple of moves at the trade deadline, but it just seems odd to me. And he's done really well with the Yankees. I'm like, so I don't really know. It doesn't make sense to me, but they have improved. They have been very consistent.
It was probably a distraction having Soto there and him trying to get the money he wants. Maybe once the distraction was out of there, Machado was able to do his thing. Tatis Jr. came back and he
Well, Tatis was a distraction last year when he got suspended. So I don't know. Maybe just they all grew up a little bit this year, but
yeah, that's consistent. What I'm saying. Yeah.
Tatis is the one that hasn't played for them much this year, right? Am I right about that?
No, he's played.
Yeah, I thought he came back I thought he was suspended for 80 games, but I thought he's been back the whole year.
Yeah. I don't think he's been as flashy as he was last year. So we're not hearing about him as much. So that's probably why it feels that way.
And Machado too. Machado, he's been in the middle.
Yeah, even keel.
What about our boy Bogarts? How's he been doing?
So, man. Again, another guy that has quieted down since he's gone out there. But they still act like he's the next best thing. So I think good call by the Sox letting him go, to be honest.
Mookie's been hurt a bit this year, right? For the Dodgers?
Yes.
He's been hurt a lot.
He just came back, 2 weeks ago, maybe?
Yeah, he had a home run in his first game back. So that'll help him get some pop, too, over there. So,
I mean, I don't know what happened. Well, I do know what happened. It was ownership, but I don't know if the Sox could have afforded to keep Mookie and Xander and Devers and all. You know what I mean? Their contracts would have been banana land. But then I look at the Yankees and I look at all the stars they've traded for or imported, and then their own homegrown guys, and it's like, well, they can do it. Why can't we? But just seems like we kind of stopped keeping up with the Joneses and paying the big price tag.
I think you started caring about the luxury tax, which the Yankees have never cared about.
Right, right. We're like the Marlins. We groom them and get rid of them now. Get a couple good years of them and then get rid of them.
The Marlins don't get rid of them. The Marlins send them up to New York. That's what they do.
That's true.
Sheffield, Stanton, Randy Johnson. I mean, all
Beckett, all of them. Remember?
Yeah, exactly. Because it's kind of funny how all their big stars end up in New York. How does that happen?
The farm system.
Yeah. Yeah, the Marlins are a farm system for the Yankees. That's exactly what they are.
God dang dirty New York team. And I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding.
The evil empire, man.
I know. I guess that's the thing is I'm trying to have that discussion. Max, you and I can have it, right? But it's like these guys, obviously they have their own internal rivalry with their teams, but they don't get it when we talk about Sox, Yankees. It's like when you're part of one of the greatest rivalries of all time, it's like on a different level. I don't know. What other teams do you guys root for? Because you all have hodgepodge teams you root for. Are there any other rivalries that you're
Bears Packers, baby?
Hey, we're talking baseball, not football.
Yeah, but all right. Yeah, because that's the most games played between two teams in the NFL, right?
It was like
know that for a fact. I know we're two of the oldest teams.
Yeah, I was
out there. I don't know that we're the oldest games.
Definitely.
Go where McNumber find it.
Yeah, seriously.
I'm waiting to drop my other stat on these three fools.
Ooh, wait,
yeah.
Don't let me hold you back.
I did look something up there a minute ago. Fernando Tatis ain't played a game in 60 days.
Are you serious?
60 days.
Did he get caught again?
No, he's on the IL. He saw something's wrong with his leg.
I'm not a Padres fan. I couldn't tell you that.
I'm just saying. I said the guy ain't played much, and everybody was like, "Oh, he's been great." All three of y'all.
Okay.
No, but what we also said was he hadn't been flashy. We hadn't been hearing about him. Well, there's a reason, because he was waiting for his turn on the podcast.
Thank you, Paul.
To further your point, that's crazy that they're doing so well, taking out guys like Soto and Tatis for most of a year, and you're still crushing it.
I mean, the addition of Blake Snell didn't hurt. I think he's been a big part of it too.
Yeah, I wish he was a Met.
Well, what happened? I thought your team has all this money and they're going to spend everything just to get that chip.
We didn't think we were going to be winning games this year is what happened.
You're spending too much money on the celebrity pitchers. He had Hawk 2 and nothing happened but that, except, what did you do after that game?
No, we're paying. We're still paying Verlander. We're still paying Scherzer. We're paying we're probably paying those two guys this year more money than the Marlins' whole payroll.
Do any of you guys want to apply to work for the Mets? Because I feel like whatever creative room they have where they're coming up with who's throwing their opening pitches has probably got to be the most wild work environment of all time.
Do you see the one with Kevin James? You see the one with Kevin James?
You got to be.
Kevin James was cool this week.
He was. He was hyping up the crowd pretty well because he's a nut. I mean,
he was very cool.
By the way,
Mike, go ahead, Matt.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
No, I was going to say, hey, Mike, why don't you just make make a video and send it to the Mets? You might be throwing the first pitch one of these days.
Literally. It's not a bad idea, Lewis. Let's get clashing conferences on the map.
Hey,
there you go.
I like it. By the way, my identity got stolen today. I had to go get a new card, and while I was at the bank, looking in the guy's office, and tucked in the corner are the little McNuggets, the little chicken McNugget, the little mascots. You guys remember those? Mm-hmm. Max, we were talking about this on the Philly trip. You know how many mascots McDonald's has?
How many?
6.
Oh, I think it's like 20. Remember, there's like the guy with the mustache that looks like he's from Jumanji. What? But do you remember the chicken nuggets?
I remember the chicken nuggets.
Yes. Okay.
I remember the chicken nuggets. They all had different names. Different. It was crazy.
Is it like the Raisinets? I don't remember the
shades.
Yeah, no, and then like
one of them had half of each.
Yeah.
This is a heavy conversation.
The Hamburglar, you got it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then you had the little. I don't know what she was. Was she a duck? And she had the pigtails with the glasses.
Yup. See, we're having this conversation in Philly. We're gonna have to do a flash and bash where Steve just puts them all up because there's some people on there that I've never seen in my life that I feel like I wouldn't buy a hamburger from.
Yo, Ronald McDonald has some weird friends.
Does have some weird friends.
Ronald McDonald is weird himself. He's what do they used to have him like outside and then like a cross, like sitting cross-legged. So, but it was in a way that you were supposed to go up and put your kids on his lap and take a picture or something like that. Like they had weird places like in there for like had him positioned to like to interact with him.
Didn't the drive-through? Didn't it used to be where you gave your order? It used to be one of the characters.
Probably
like that. That took your order.
Yeah, like the Hamburglar, and it was like the mic was in the hamburger. You guys,
I don't remember that.
Makes sense though. The 80s and 90s were quite a bit more fun than they are.
You're
now.
showing your age, Matt. You're showing your age.
What are you talking about? I'm 19. All right, boys. This isn't the let's talk about Matt's age show. So let's get back to baseball. Matter of fact, let's get to halftime because then we can fast forward and get to Mad Libs. I'm excited. I got all kinds of questions for you boys. By the way, we sparked up a little bit of controversy with the old sport skill thing last week. So stay tuned, come back, and we'll talk about that. And we'll spin the wheels. Come back.
Hey everyone, thanks for listening. Just a few quick reminders for everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Michael Jordan is the GOAT. And check out our fellow podcaster, Jim Montgomery, with This Day in Philly Sports History. Thank you.
Where have you been? Oh, sorry. Gee, didn't see you there. Hi. Welcome back to the Clashing Conferences podcast. We have 2 beach balls that we're going to spin. Content manager, spin those wheels.
Awkward silence.
Come on, Snake Eyes.
Ooh. See?
There's your negative category. Right
There's
off
your
the bat.
negative.
Bang.
Strikeouts per batter.
Golly.
Let's see if we can end up at all of us. Who ends up at 0 this week? All right, and the same but opposite category, hits per batter.
So they cancel out, right?
Speak something into existence, Paul.
Home runs.
Not steals,
I'll take
doubles.
home
Give me
runs.
doubles.
Give
We
us
haven't
home runs. Give us home runs. Get there.
It is
Home
there.
runs.
had runs by single player.
Home runs by a single player.
So everything is single player this time. We haven't hit doubles yet, so I'm waiting for the doubles. I think it's going to be like a steals one though, where you hit one or two, or one, and you're probably going to get or share the point.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling a point for all of us on that home run single player. I don't see anybody getting a 2 this week. That's tough.
Schwar bombs, baby. Schwar bombs.
Yeah, I mean, shit, hell, he did 3, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So,
How much heat did you guys get from last week from sport or skill?
Yeah, like, are we talking like dog and heat thing? I don't understand what kind of heat was I supposed to get?
Yeah, I know.
I'm assuming that you all just live in a closet and nobody knows that you're on a podcast. Is that what's...
No, it's
Oh,
just,
no, I do. Like and subscribe. And that
Like and
exactly.
subscribe.
I'll start doing that. I'll start doing it. I promise.
I got what I got.
Paul doesn't even watch our shows.
Some of my buddies said it was pretty funny.
Because
It's true. You do have a big argument with a lot of people, especially when it comes down to NASCAR. They're like, it's not a sport. It's a skill. It's not a sport. It's nothing. How can it be a sport if you're just sitting there going in a circle? So,
Max, I'll give you the quick, tricky too. NASCAR, sport or skill?
Sport.
Okay. Horse racing?
Skill.
Depends. Are you talking about the jockey or the horse?
The human. The same variable on both sides.
Isn't it the same thing as NASCAR, though?
No, I mean, you have to sit in that car
Amish,
for a long, long time. You have to be an athlete to do that, right?
That's what I said last week, but it is Amish NASCAR. Horse
You
racing.
just have to be very small to be able to be a jockey.
That's true.
That is true.
Got to make that thing go.
That's what she said.
Well, I had some people asking me some questions, and basically I told them my breakdown was this. I feel as though a sport is when you are competing and doing something and your opponents are actively working against you. A skill is something where it is just you and the sport itself. So, for example, football is a sport. Somebody's trying to stop you from running in the end zone. Golf is a skill to me because it's just you and the course.
You just called chess a sport or checkers.
There's someone actively trying to stop you, though.
Right. That's checkers is not a sport.
Don't you see? This is why
again, like last week, like one arm in a wheelchair can be like the greatest one in the entire world. Not a sport.
Hey, this would be a boring show if we all agreed on everything. Now, wouldn't it be?
Just give me a ball or a puck. Got a sport.
Well, I don't think we had a clear answer on whether it was a skill or a sport, but I do believe it is about that time. Maximiliano, do you know what time it is?
What time is it?
It's Matt Lib's time, baby.
Matt Lib time.
Cue the music. Oh, this one. That's going to come back and haunt somebody. No, they're quick. They're quick. Easy one goes bye-bye. And we're back.
But you haven't done that dance in a while.
Woo!
Hey.
Anywho, don't make me do the Dion. I can do the Dion pick 6 dance. I've been doing that since 3rd grade recess. So
you got to start it at the 20-yard line, though. It doesn't count.
Unless I can see you do the Merton Hanks, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it.
I did that once when I was a kid, and I was like, nope, I won't do that again.
Merton
That's
Hanks.
how you break your neck.
Yeah, it literally looks like you're
No, I'm not doing that.
You're gonna have to Google.
Niners, right?
Yeah, Niners. He was a cornerback for the Niners.
He was like a skinny one too.
Yeah.
But he laid big hits, and when he got picks, he would do like a bobblehead. And
like it looked like he was having a conniption.
That's an accurate.
Yeah, I remember that.
Just a
That's like the
conniption.
Shaq shake, whatever the Shaq
Yeah.
used to do. It was kind of like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No thanks.
All right, I have to look it up.
Yes, first, Max.
Yes.
Give me your 2 favorite Sox moments as a fan.
My 2 favorite Sox moments. All right. Well, this one's fresh in my memory because I just saw it come up on social media not too long ago. But Poppy hits a home run against the Angels. I want to say it was 08. And in the background, all you see is Manny throw his hands up. That's got to be an all-time moment for me. Yeah.
I'm hoping you're going to second what or co-sign one of Matt's, where it involves one Don Zimmer and Pedro Martinez.
And that's certainly another one. But I remember when.
I mean, that's a modern baseball highlight, just flat out.
When Pedro, when Pedro threw at Garcia, was it that he almost threw behind him or something, and that's what got that whole Zimmer thing going, right?
That sounds right.
Yeah, that's up there, man. That's up there. But the cop, same thing. When the kid from
Detroit
goes into the bullpen, and the cop's just like,
yep,
that's another classic Boston moment.
Yep,
that's etched in every Bostonian's mind.
I'll say I went to the last 2 Sox parades, but the one in 2013 where the explosions happened from the marathon.
Yeah,
Big Poppy on the float that he was on, he stopped the boat or the duck boat, got off, and like started celebrating in the street, and everybody just kind of came together. Like it was just this improv moment that was at the time. I mean, I remember that being super crazy, but. Number one's got to be, obviously, when we came back and beat the Yankees down 0-3. That was sweet justice.
4 days in October, baby.
All right, Paul. You're getting 2 oldies but goodies for your questions. So I'm dusting off these classics because I'm actually interested to hear your answers. So, Paul, what are our spirit animals?
For everybody I'm looking at?
Yep.
I mean, I already think Lewis was Maui from Moana. The only one who's not gonna think this is original is Mike, but Mike would be Cartman.
Wow, nice.
That's a good one,
and that's not original by me. That's not recent either.
Nice.
But, Matt, I mean, you really give me. It's a combination of Johnny Bravo and what is it that movie back in the 80s where there was the evil like guy in the TV that had the shades or something. I can't remember what it was. I just can't.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
And he had like the flashy like black and white
he had the suit and he would like glitch while he was talking.
Yes.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's half you. And then of course like Captain America. Yeah, I appreciate what you've done. Max, you just remind me of every one of those Adult Swim cartoons that are now out all over the place, where everybody is from Boston or Philly or New York, and they all got that same pitch voice and that accent you got. I mean,
I like it.
I'm really
Thank you.
I mean,
you just do a backflip?
That was me. That was me coming through there because that accent and everything is about as punchable as it gets.
It was all that energy that Paul was sending through.
That's right.
I was sending that very punchable.
I was with my backstroke on that one.
Yes, very punchable energy right through you. So,
oh man.
See, that's why I wanted to ask you that question because I knew you'd have a good answer. Lewis.
Yes, sir.
If you had to go to a parade for one of our teams, not yours, which team would you pick and why?
I'll pick Boston because they're not in the National League, and beat the Yankees, crush them, kill them. Dirty New York teams, get them out, get them out.
We'll bring you right on.
Let's go to Boston.
Yep.
Right on the duck boat.
Get in the car. Get in the car. Let's go.
Let's park the car.
Yeah, let's park the car. Let's go. There you go.
Michael, yours is basically two sides of the same coin, so you can guess what your second question will be. But biggest free agent flounder that the Mets have made. I know Johan Santana's got to be up there.
Oh, no way.
Good. Worse.
I'll take his career.
How about the two from last year or the year before?
Yeah, that would be fine to start with.
Scherzer / Verlander.
And sure, yeah. I mean,
you can put it as they're one.
Like I said earlier, we're still paying those guys this year. We paid a ton of money on those contracts to get them out of there so we could actually get good prospects. So, I mean, at least they gave us something going out the door, but Paul's right. They would be up there. Scherzer and Verlander.
Okay. I'm surprised. I was actually, but yeah, you're right.
I want to know why I didn't get Max's question as a Mets fan and two Boston fans here. You guys didn't want to hear about the '86 World Series, one of my favorite moments.
Well, I don't know if our target.
I wasn't even born yet.
I don't know if our target demographic knows what a podcast or Instagram is, so I'm going to say probably.
Fair enough.
I don't even think they had smartphones back then.
And what's a Billy Buckner?
Definitely
I don't even know what a Billy Buckner is. I don't know her. Never heard of her. Never heard of her.
Bill Buckner?
Never heard of her.
Listen, man, that ain't hurt my feelings. I've seen 4 championships in the last 20 years. So, everybody, hold your fingers up. How many championships? Less than 4. That's right. Okay. Just wanted to check on that. Max.
Here.
Clearly, I am the master splinter of this outfit. You 4 are the Ninja Turtles. Who's who?
I don't know, but are we older now? Because I'm pretty sure you're the ones we're carrying you around. It's not the opposite the way it was.
Actually, Master Splinter can pull out that sensei magic and start whooping on everybody at any given time. Do not make me take these glasses off, sir. Okay?
I'm going out on a limb.
People with your cane.
I will accept no other opinions, but I am Michelangelo.
Nah, I'm Michelangelo. So we'll make you Donatello just because you went out of line and gave yourself a ninja.
I mean, he's the most intelligent one, but
that's okay.
I don't really fare too well, I don't think, with beating somebody with a kendo stick.
And let's see. We'll give Mike Raphael.
That means I'm Leonardo,
baby. This is Leo. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. I was assuming you were going to say Paul was Raph. So I was, okay.
I would have gave him Raph, but he wanted to take Michelangelo, and I can't give him that. So.
Hey, I carry a big stick. Let it lay off me.
I'm gonna call him the Rat King. That's with the Mousers. Who's in it? Oh, it's Paul. Oh, yes, another oldie but a goodie. Yes, Paul. Okay. So, if you watch the basketball podcast, then you would know that sometimes you had to watch what you asked our host, Dave, because Dave was the wild card of the group. But you got to have a good wild card in the outfit. So, Paul, if the basketball podcast was Ocean's 11, this is Ocean's 12. What role would everybody have in this outfit?
Lewis would definitely be one of the twins that argues on purpose as a distraction.
Okay.
I would say, obviously, you're such a prick. You're Brad Pitt.
Yes. We have the same birthday.
Yes. Just like Brad Pitt. Yeah, I don't think Mike's making that movie.
Oh no!
Just make him the second twin.
A fraternity brother? You're not bringing him on the type?
Just me and him to argue.
Okay, well there you go. Yeah, let's go. I'll bring the energy. Bring back the energy from last week. Yeah, they're going to be the two people that argue. Was it James Caan's son and whatever the other guy was.
Marky Mark?
Yeah. No, stop. Either way, yeah, they're the twins that always get into it, whether it's like, in the casino and they're making a balloon
we're
go
at the
up in front
table.
of the
We're
cameras.
just at the table, and that's it. At the table
Yeah.
arguing. No, I told you to put on blue, on red, yellow.
I can see Mike at the slots too, though, with like the bug
Give
in
me a
his ears.
drink.
Oh yeah, he's an extra in every one of the movies. How about that? He's an extra that's at the slot machine in every movie.
Okay.
Wow.
Downgraded.
Had you come to Philly, you'd known that this was all actually partially planned so we could get Mike's picture off the wall at Delaware Park.
You might be walking into rated R territory.
Oh boy.
Man.
Paul, what is your job title here in this? Where are you at? Are you in the van? Are you the brains? Are you
I don't know. Is there really like a? Is there like a?
He's not in the movie either.
Is there like like this is not a? I'm not losing a point for this, but is there like a jackass like role? I don't under.
you got to have the wild card. You got to have the brains. You got to have the looks. You got to have the distractor. You got to have. I don't know. So I didn't know where you thought you fit in.
I probably would be Andy Garcia because some people may say I'm a little bit of a prick, and then bad things happen to me. So,
okay.
How about Max?
Oh, he could have been any of them because they all got those freaking accents.
Don Cheadle.
That's right. This ain't even my damn car.
No, I would say no. He would be the Bernie Mac. He can be Bernie Mac in that movie, and in Gone in 60 Seconds, where that line just came from.
Lewis.
Yes, sir.
So I know this might be a toughie, so I'm going to help you out here. So I know you're not the biggest Grimace fan. If you had the opportunity to have someone else come in, another food mascot of any kind, who would you pick and why? So you could go fast food, you could go Wendy's, Burger King, you could go the Taco Bell dog, you could go the Little Caesars guy, right? There's then you could go into the cereal realm, but
that's a tough one. Give me 1 second.
I'd like to submit mine.
Okay.
Frickin' Noid. The
Noid.
Domino's Noid.
Domino's. Had his own video game.
Yeah, the Noid I thought was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
They have a mascot, Domino's?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he was like I don't know what he was.
Once upon a time, it was a weird looking graphic, basically.
So it can it be a mascot?
Yeah.
I'll go with the Penn State Nittany Lion then.
Oh, okay.
You're such a homer. You made that not fun. Lewis,
now hold on.
You took the fun out of that. You took the homer pick and no. Lord. That was a homer pick.
Elaborate. Go ahead.
Yeah, dude, I've seen the guy in action and oh man, he knows how to get the crowd going.
Okay.
So does Penn State.
Boo. Boo. That was weak.
All right, fair enough.
Weak.
I didn't know we still reference ourselves with Penn State anymore.
Oh, dude, I got a whole drawer full of Sandusky jokes.
Yeah, no,
I was waiting for it.
Lewis ruined those.
Hold on.
Lewis ruined those.
I'll do it with you.
Hold on. Who do you like? Who's your college football team?
My college football team?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it took too long to answer that.
The New England Patriots.
Took too long to answer that. No,
Nah.
he's probably a Michigan fan.
No, not at all. If I had to tell you, if I had to pick somebody,
let me guess,
probably
Bama?
No, I was going to say that.
I'm not, dude, not like that. Nothing like that. It would probably be, I don't know, BC, I guess. I don't follow college like that anymore. So, but that's probably, if I had to ride with somebody, I'd ride with them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Last but not least, Michael. Best free agent signing in Mets history.
Francisco Lindor.
Lindor was a great and of recent memory for sure. I mean, Lindor is the best free agent we've had in quite a while. I'll say some of my favorites real quick that I thought of because I knew this question was coming. Some people that we stole from your three teams. Let's go with Pedro Martinez.
Ooh.
He had a nice little career for us after he had a hell of a career for Boston.
Sure did.
I hear a Nails reference coming.
Oh no, that was not gonna. That's a good one. That,
Well, I thought you were
he
stealing.
went Nails went from us to them. That wasn't
Okay.
the other way. That was the wrong way around for this equation.
My bad.
I was gonna go with Billy Wagner from the Phillies. Because Billy Wagner,
Yep.
I used to watch him shut us down, man. I hated him. And then he came over to the Mets. I was so excited to get Billy Wagner for the year or two that we had him closing for us. And then of course for the Braves, I'm going with Glavine, who also had a very, very awesome couple of years as a Met after having an incredible career as a Brave.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I went a slightly different direction with that. I would say the cocaine supplier from the 80s was the MVP of all of it. Easily.
We are going to have to create a list of PG-13 rated R topics because I feel like we are just dancing on a tightrope of.
Yeah, our '86 World Series was fueled by some late night drugs.
Sure.
Yeah. Not. Anywho, any closing thoughts, boys? Anything you'd like to say? Get out there? Anything like that?
I think that was pretty good for that dumb shit.
Oh,
Hey,
hold on. Wait a minute.
Let's.
Hold on. First off, I would like to thank our guest Max for joining us today. 2 weeks in a row.
Thank you,
had a
Max.
guest. Thank you, Max, for coming. Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you for having me. It was a great time.
We'll definitely try to have you back before baseball's over, and we got other sports coming up. So if you're interested and would like to jump back on, we'd love to have you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm all about it.
We need to work on our etiquette, boys. This is how we're supposed to act. See, this is what I'm saying. You can't just have April O'Neil coming over and there's pizza boxes all over the floor. We got to clean this thing up.
Well, guess who's back? Guess who's back into full teaching mode?
Yeah.
And with that said, that is
that dumb shit.
Stuff. Hey. All right, everybody. Make sure you tell your grandma to like and subscribe. Argue with us in the comment section. Hit us up if you want to be on the show. We'd love to have you.
Yes, sir.
Contact manager. Sign us out, please.